All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another rendition of the Marquee Pod. I go by the name of Keita Dilla.
I go by the name of Mav as usual.
Now, I may sound a little somber, y'all, but it's only because my tooth trying to hurt on me. But I'm all good. Now,
Yeah.
um, so bro, first of all, before we get into anything, let me just before I do anything, let me start by saying Weezy is the GOAT. And I just want y'all to know, man, like I created probably what's by far the greatest Wheezy playlist ever created. Like by far. I mean I got some Hot Boys days on there. I got some Squad Up days on there. Of course I got the Young Money, Cash Money days on there. Yeah, I even got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, after everybody left. You know what I'm saying? Some current Wheezy,
Huh?
you know?
Okay. Okay. So what's the list? Or can everybody check it out somewhere?
So what I'm gonna do is my I'm gonna post my playlist, just the songs I got on there on my socials. I don't know if I'm
Hmm.
gonna make it available just yet because I don't want everybody biting my list. But I definitely plan to make it available. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
As soon as possible. But but rap beef is back in the world again. So if whoever don't know, Marquee Gang, um, I'm not sure who. No. From what I understand, everybody's saying that Joey Badass started the beef by his comments on the ruler's back. Have you heard that, Matt?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that.
Okay, so his comments on the ruler's back, it struck a response from Rayvon, which was hard, you know. And then, in true, I'm gonna say it, seemed like in true TDE West Coast fashion, nobody jumps in the ring by themselves. With them, it's 20v1s. They handing out 20v1s apparently because nobody could let Ray spar with Joey Badass by himself. Even
Uh-huh.
though if I'm not mistaken, to my understanding, Joey was Joey wants Kendrick,
Uh-huh.
and to me it seems like they kind of treating Joey Badass like you ain't worth a Kendrick response. So let my little niggas like you deal with them right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That, that's what it seems
Yeah.
like.
I mean, it's, oh, go ahead.
Now I was just gonna say, what say you?
Every time Kendrick is called out, and again, this ain't no hate on my part, but every time he's called out by anybody except for Drake, it's a minor to no response.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually somebody of like a Joey Badass caliber or of higher. He's been called out by numerous amounts of people. Big Crit,
Mm-hmm.
J Electronica. Um, who else has he been called out by? I just had it in my head. Um, it'll come back to me. But those are two dope lyricists that he has been called out by. And you don't seem to say anything, but when Drake says one thing, or Drake says like now you want to come out because Drake at this stage or at that clown stage I kept talking about is the easy target. Prove that you can box with real rap guys like that. Joey Badass is amongst some people. You haven't said anything to him. You let Ab-Soul handle it. He called you out. He didn't call nobody else from the West Coast out like
Uh-huh.
that. First.
Uh-huh.
So I just find it funny that he does this all the time. Like I said, whether it be Jay Elect, whether it be Big Crit, I want to say Cole has given him some bars too. And I'm like, you won't go full fledged at Cole because you know what'll happen. He knows how that battle would go.
Wait,
He
wait,
knows how a
wait,
battle
wait,
with
wait,
anybody
wait,
else would go.
wait.
Yes, I said it. If that's what yeah, I said it. I said it.
You talking
A
about,
battle.
you said J. Cole?
Yes, I said
Mm.
J. Cole. That that what was it? That was it the that drill song? The what was it? 6 minute drill or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was a warning shot. That was Cole's way of telling him to back the fuck up. That's what that meant. Also, he didn't know that it was gonna go that far. Yeah, but it didn't mean that he like if he would have took it that far, it would have been a beatdown, I believe. Or like I said, it would have been a brawl with both of them. He wouldn't have pulled. He wouldn't have pulled the same thing he pulled on Drake, and I don't believe he would have been able to pull that same thing on Drake if Drake wasn't acting like a clown. Because Drake can rap, and Drake was battle tested far before him and far before he pushed the T. If you go back to Drake's actual history, from comeback season and all that, you go back and see the people he was beefing with. Drake finished a couple of people, and I was like, man, look. So Drake was in clown season. He was an easy target. That's why you got that. And Cole, you wouldn't have gotten away with that. That's why you sent little jabs at Cole, but didn't go full fledged at him because you got some kind of respect for Cole. But go ahead.
Bro, it seemed like to me you have a vendetta against Kendrick yourself.
Not at all. Like I said, I love Kendrick. I love it. I love a lot of this music. I just don't like this whole battle. Like was goofy to me. And I've already on previous episodes, I've said why. I've said why I felt like that. It doesn't take away that I think Kendrick is one of the greatest lyricists of all time. I do believe that. It doesn't take away that Kendrick is one of my favorites of this era. Oh yes, it does not take away. But I can call out somebody if I felt like there was some clown activities going on, even on his part, about how the whole battle started. If everybody goes back to the history and my smart people, my lyricists, smart people like you and I, we understand when we're involved in that battle, but nobody else did.
Yeah.
It's like Paul Heyman said with the Brock Lesnar and the Undertaker and ending the streak. Brock understood what happened. I understood what happened. You know, like a lot of people who are smart, if you're smart to rap and really smart, and understood. And if you can figure stuff out, you understood what happened in that whole thing. So no, like you're not getting brownie points for what everybody else is giving you brownie points for. You're a lyricist by all means. Yes, you are. But you're not getting brownie points for me for that. I don't have a vendetta against him, but I don't fear Kendrick Lamar at all. Like
Hmm.
even at me right now, yeah. If you're gonna say, yeah, well, oh, you wouldn't go toe to toe. Oh, yes, I would go toe to toe then.
Oh, okay.
And that's out of respect. I think he's a dope lyricist, but that don't mean take away from that don't mean that that battle, just like I said with Cole, it wouldn't go the same way with me. I promise you that. And anybody who knows my pen knows this. And I'm saying this live, Marquee Gang. If you know my pen, you understand that that battle wouldn't have went the same way. And I say that that's lyricist to lyricist, rapper to rapper, straight up.
Wow. That's big words.
Oh yeah, I can talk that big game though. I feel like that. Like, and I'm not trying to be like arrogant or anything like that, but I'm very, very confident in my pen game and my connection with my music. So nobody, and any rapper will tell you that. I'm not the only rapper who feels like that. So you know, I'll leave it with that. I'm not the only rapper who feels like that. In fact, I got one of my boys. He gonna come on the podcast soon. He's another one. Like you would understand the feeling. Like anybody who's a rapper understands that feeling. But I love Kendrick. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything bad about him, and I think he's one of my favorites. The Black of the Berry is one of the greatest tracks of all time, and I don't know why that wasn't performed at the Super Bowl. Don't understand that because it would have hit harder. I was so mad at Kendrick for that. I was mad that that Super Bowl. Me, I was mad at it because he could have made that. He made it about Drake and didn't make it about his actual talent.
This all
This
has
is
been
about Drake.
about Drake.
You said what?
I said all of it has been about Drake.
Yeah, but I'm saying you could have used what you made about Drake. You had your not like us moment. And I understand performing it like that, but this was the hate was the center of it. And Drake, it was aimed at him, was the center of the whole thing.
Hmm.
And we all know this. Let's not pretend that it wasn't. Bringing SZA on there, bringing Serena Williams on there. I don't care what Serena Williams says. You had no business being up there for that for any reason. But the hate on Drake, knowing what happened to your sister, from what I understand, and who she was killed by. So that's crazy. No, you went up there as a revenge because you got mad that Drake probably at some point ran his mouth or said something a bar about you. I get it. Actually, I don't get it for doing that. You could have ignored it. I'm not even gonna say I get it. Like it's stupid. But yeah, we bottom line is that Super Bowl disappointed me because he could have made it so much bigger than Drake. And he didn't. He chose to make it now. A lot of your legacy is tied to him now. Oh, Kendrick, that's the guy that beat Drake. Not Kendrick, that's the guy that revolutionized something and made the Black of the Berry and made everybody stand up and empowered. No, Drake, that's Kendrick, the guy who beat Drake and and perpetuated the hate, created narratives that not only affect Drake. If you're a mixed person, it affected you. If you're anybody besides black, I understood what you're doing, but at the same time, it's causing a divide that we do not need in the world right now. Sorry to say it, and people can get mad at me if you want to. That's just who I am. But go on, my bad. I'm done my rant for now.
No, bro, I was letting you get it off, bro. Um, Sounds like you've had some pent up issues with the Super Bowl.
it just irritated me. That's it. Because right after I listened to his catalog of music, because like I said, I'm always been a fan. It's not that I'm not a fan. I'm a big fan of his. And listened to it, and I was like, you had so much better music that you could have made a huge impact, and people really could have seen that. Now, it's because of Drake. People only do this because we want to hate on Drake.
Yeah. Hey,
That
dude,
was the whole thing.
I exposed it in one of my conspiracy rants, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Somewhere, somehow, the industry is trying to take out Young Money.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that. I believe that now. That I remember you've said it on several episodes, bro. And I believe that. I believe that. It sounds like a hit piece. Like it sounds like a hit piece. They're trying to
Mm-hmm.
take each one of them out.
Well,
And
it
I'm like,
seems
and it's
like.
because they ran the game. They're the standard. It's Wayne, Drake, and Nicki.
Yep.
You know, these are
Yep.
Wayne, Drake, and Nicki babies running around right now. I don't care what anybody says. If you're not a Wayne baby, you are a Drake baby. If you're not a Drake baby, you're a Nicki baby. Megan the Stallion,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cardi B.
Yeah,
And yes, they can rap, but you are Nicki babies.
for sure.
And quintessentially, Nicki is a little Kim baby. So y'all, everything comes from something. But talking about the big three, yes, you are them. Stop. Let's not disrespect. That's why I'm like, I'm not saying that Drake is innocent on all accounts. Drake has done his fair share of clowning, and I'm sure he's been an asshole behind the scenes and stuff like that. But let's not act like these aren't Drake babies running around. Let's not act like Drake didn't change music.
Yeah,
Drake and 40. Let's not act like he ain't in his own lane. You can't touch Drake like that. I hate to say it like that. Drake got the Midas touch. He wasn't lying when he said it. I'm spitting facts right now. Drake has the Midas touch. He has the golden vocals. Put him on anything. It doesn't matter. The track can be trash, complete trash. You know when I started liking the Migos? It's when I heard Drake's verse on Versace. That's when I'm like, oh, okay. Drake has, I'm telling you, and like I said, it's not me sort of called glazing Drake. It's just the truth, and anybody can say that. You know,
Bro, that no, 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 no. That's facts, bro. I agree wholeheartedly. Like, but see, back to the Joey Badass beef. Like,
yeah, yeah,
bro, he's cleaning up all of them niggas by himself. I told you that yesterday.
man. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You
I don't
you
know,
you seem to have had um, a particular view when I scoffed at the fact that daylyt was entered in the beef.
bro. Daylyt is a technician with words. He's an absolute technician, bro. So it like just to hear what he can do and what he's done, he's an absolute technician with words. Like that little snippet, and I shared it on Facebook that I seen of him. I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know if Joey Badass wants them problems like that. Daylyt is insane. Like you don't get that type of lyricism. Is I'm not saying Joey Badass can't rap. He can't. He's dope. I heard like when he initially went off and stuff, but when Daylyt came back, I'm like, and that's not even Daylyt was just getting started. From what I heard, that wasn't even a full Daylyt. That was Daylyt just getting round up. I was like, man, I don't know if you want them problems, man. He been battle rapping for a long time. Daylyt is somebody who can, and he can make songs too. He's a battle rapper who can make songs, but I wouldn't get in the ring with him like that. Well, if you're a rapper, you will, but I say I wouldn't get in the ring with him like that and expect to like you're not gonna slaughter that dude. I can tell you that. You might be able to
You know, I'm gonna tell
little
you. I'm gonna tell you
uh
what you sound like.
what?
You sound like one of them dudes who was always warning people, don't say nothing to Eminem or don't say nothing to this person. And then somebody says something, they get cooked. And then those people who were saying, you better not say nothing to this person, they fade away.
Like what do you wait. Let me see. So you're saying I sound like the person who says don't say something to that person?
Yeah. You remember when you were talking about how
Uh,
Eminem was gonna do this and that to MGK and he did none of that to MGK.
he did.
No,
He
he
did.
didn't. What'd he
He
do to him?
did.
Nothing.
He dotted MGK to me, honestly. Like, and I'm not saying like MGK had a decent track. It was cool, but even going back and listening to it, it was basic. He like MGK has got a nice way of saying this stuff. It was basic, and what Eminem did wasn't like extravagant, but he killed him. Eminem don't have to do much with that, and especially when you like that intense about stuff. Nah, he got him to me. Sorry, and that's some real
You know,
shit. That's my opinion.
I know. I got you. But MGK 100%, 100% got the better of Eminem. And so did Benzino.
That's wild, man. I still like that baffles me that you like still say that. Like you still really and believe it. That's the crazy part too.
You know
Is
what's
you
crazy? The
believe it.
only reason you saying what you're saying is because of who said it. If that was some like if Benny the Butcher was saying exactly what Benzino said, you would think it's the hardest shit in the world.
No, I wouldn't. If Benny the Butcher, I'd be like, man, that's underwhelming for Benny the Butcher.
Oh
Really?
wow.
That's an insult for Benny the Butcher. For you to even say that. Yeah, if Benny the Butcher shot, I'd be like, I mean, it's decent, but for him, I think he can do better.
Bro,
For Benzino, it was just
you're only saying that because you have zero respect for Benzino.
of course. I'm not gonna say I don't know the man like that, but from what I've seen, I don't like care for the dude at all. So, like, and I'm not even being biased about because I can say that I don't care for a certain person, but I like their talent. Benzino is not a real talented rapper at all. I don't know where you're getting that he's a talented rapper like that. He's not. He was good at running the store, so I'll give him his props about that. He's probably a decent businessman, maybe, because he doesn't
Wow.
have the source anymore.
Why
So I
such
don't
a
know.
big why such a big maybe?
Because he doesn't have the source anymore. What does he have of note besides love and hip hop?
Sometimes it's all you
Like he
need.
hasn't done. And like I said, if he's doing something with like a magazine or something again, good for him. I think he may be successful this time. But I say maybe only because I'm like, if I believe did he sell it or he lost the source. Maybe I got to do more research. I'm not trying to even discredit him on that one. I'm just saying, like, from what history kind of says, and from what I know, and maybe I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research for that because I'll give him his credit where credit is due, but I won't give him his credit rapping. You're not a great rapper, dude, and you had your stuff written last time. It's just the truth.
You know what I think?
That's why, when my ears perked up, I knew. I was like, "Huh, yeah, somebody wrote this for this dude."
I'm gonna tell
Straight
you
up.
what I think, bro.
What's that?
I think when Benzino see you, he's gonna snuff you.
Why?
I think you should be very aware that I feel like our listens are up, and you never know who is listening.
Huh?
And I don't, I don't put it past Benzino to come, find you, and he might snuff you.
You can try. You better. Like I said. No, I pray every
Okay.
night, man. I'm not scared of no Benzino. Benzino can't threaten me. If he's
Mm,
listening, he can't threaten me. I only said that you can't rap, and it's true. You can't rap, and you can't. You like I said, you can't out. You can't even out rap an unknown like me, and it's true. Like, let's be completely honest. Anybody can go to my YouTube. I can go. I can put a low grade freestyle where I was drunk and tired, and he still can't beat me. It's like it's true. I don't think Benzino is talented at all. Like as far as really rapping it, no. He's had his stuff written. That first one was trash, and then the second one was all right because it was written for you. I don't back down on that. So you can play gangster all you want, or any whatever you want to do. Come at me just because I said the truth. Sorry, I'm telling the truth. That's what it is. That's not me being arrogant or anything. I say that about
well,
anybody that I
okay,
know
so
that
that's
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 not known.
that's
We're
not the
better than you.
truth. That's your opinion. It's not the truth. That's your opinion.
It's the
Because he,
truth though.
I mean, he clearly can rap. The
He can
actual
put words together.
right. The
That's
event
what
of
he can
putting
do.
words together, he can do that.
So, but it's a fact that he's not a good rapper like that at all.
I don't know, bro.
I
I can't say that he's trash
I can.
because I heard him I heard him go at Eminem, and I thought it was decent. And I personally don't care who wrote it.
I do, man. I can't put that so somebody else dissing Eminem. That's not you. A diss track is different than writing a real track. A diss track is different than writing an
I
actual
mean,
like
it could
song.
have been, but what if it could have been his words though? Just
If it could have
somebody
been
that
his
know how
what?
to write
I
wrote it
don't
better.
doubt that he might have thrown a line in there or two, but that whole thing was not written by him. I'm sorry. It wasn't.
So who do you? So you think at the end of the day, Daylight is gonna come out on top of Joey Badass in the beef world?
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. Yeah, and as far as yeah, if we're talking lyricists, yeah, I think Daylight's gonna come out on top. Unless Joey Badass pulls something out that we ain't never seen before, and
That
even then
song with
you
him
gonna
and
have problems.
that song with him and Lux ended him, bro.
It didn't end him. It didn't end him. Trust
I'm
me.
wait. I'm
Just
waiting on the
mark my
response.
words. What's all right? It ain't gonna end him like that. Like I said, you talking to a battle rapper, bro. Like
So if a
I'm just
diss
saying,
don't
bro.
if a diss don't come, are you gonna be disappointed?
Mm, you know what? I'll be a little disappointed. I'll be a little disappointed if it don't come, but it will. It
So
will.
you
Even if you,
have daylight responding, and not only responding, dropping a bomb on Joey Badass.
yeah, yep. He don't even need to really even drop a bomb. I think he gonna feed him crumbs for a minute until Joey Badass really shows his cards, and then he'll drop a bomb later. I'd be surprised if he did drop a bomb. I don't think he'll drop a bomb, but it's gonna be lyrically crazy. I'll tell you that.
I don't know, bro. What else you got on the menu, bro?
Man, not a whole lot, bro. I know your tooth is hurting, bro. What else you got?
Um, we could we can touch on a little bit on the Remy and Pap situation.
Yeah. We'll go. Yeah. We'll go a little bit, and then we'll make this a shorter episode. That way you can get some rest or whatever, bro.
Wait, you give me your thoughts first.
Um, as far as that, because I just heard Papoose rant. I actually believe Papoose. Like, I'm not saying he was 100% just like the best dude in the world. We all have our mistakes, and everybody got their mistakes and stuff. But Remy, all like she came off like that. Just how he's saying, she came off like that. She was doing stuff like even when they were taking pictures, like taking pictures half naked and stuff like that, and just kind of showed that she wasn't interested in dude, wasn't didn't respect him or anything like that. I remember I was listening to some with Corey Holcomb, and he was saying when she come out the house dressed like that, like that's not your girl, that's our girl. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
man, he's right. He's right about that. Not to mention, like, after I guess Papoose said everything he did about the divorce, I guess he wrote it in a status or something like that. Like she proceeds to go off on him and go into personal stuff, like talking about this, that, the third, and all stuff in his personal life, and packing up his stuff, and then brought his kids into it, saying, "I'll have your son come on." I'm like, "Oh no, she crossed the line there," and then that's
Yeah.
when he went. So I understood. She seems bitter. I was like, if you're not helping your case by doing everything that you're doing, like her like spilling deep personal stuff, because now he's going into your personal bag now, you know, telling
Here,
people all kinds of stuff that probably shouldn't have been told. Like we all know who wrote Sheetha, you know, and for him to confirm it and all that and stuff like that, and for you to call him broke, I'm like, nah. He seems like he's part of the reason that you had the the resurgence that you did lyrically. Like it's because he was writing everything, Like you could tell though, you can tell that Pat was writing a lot of that stuff, excluding Sheetha. I believe that he wrote Sheetha, honestly. But
here's my take on it. Here's my take on it.
hmm
You can tell from the jump, like, bro, when this whole shit first popped off, my take is this: Remy seems like she in the house with Papoose, or whatever they went through while she was locked up. And I don't
hmm
care what nobody say. It seems like to me that she seen all the attention that he was getting, and people calling him the perfect dude, and he held you down, XYZ, and she got jealous of that.
I that's another thing too. I wanted to say
I
is that
think.
I think. Oh,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
bro. My bad. Go
No, I
ahead.
was just gonna say in connection with what I was saying about how she was coming out and dressed like this was like didn't have any regard for how he may have felt about that. I mean, he did. I guess he allowed it, but you don't. You could tell it was more of like I'm gonna do what I want to do because of this, and that. And I think there was what you're saying in connection with that, the jealousy, and then her starting to rebel like that. Like you know, as far as I don't care
You know,
anymore because of this,
that's
that.
so that's so crazy to me, because like it's like you did what you did to go to jail,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
then this man stuck by you, and then it's like what's the thanks he get? The thanks he get is that even though you did what you did to get in jail, instead of rehabilitating yourself, you sitting in that motherfucker building up an animosity towards me. You know what I'm saying? You sitting, how the fuck you sitting in jail and you basically talking yourself like she brung up how she had to pay the rent from jail. I'm sorry, bitch. Yes, you were the megastar in the relationship. You had the money. So if you had the money before you go in jail, you see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but these bills still got to get paid. So I mean, like, what? That was a stupid point to bring up.
Exactly. Right.
That was so like. And then what's crazy? I wish somebody that loves her grabs her and says, "Remy, stop this." Cause just being real, like you're not gonna win. You see what I'm saying? Just like
Yeah.
I would tell Pap the same thing. Pap, stop this shit. If y'all are really done, then just be done.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Go your separate
This
ways.
shit almost, it's almost like a publicity stunt.
Yeah. It,
And it's
dude,
like,
I was thinking that too. I was like, it makes you wonder because you're like, why all of a sudden you don't never hear Papoose really come out and say like what he's
yep.
saying, you know?
I
And like
think
he might. Oh, go ahead.
no, it wouldn't surprise me that. And then it's like you go off and you get involved with Easy the Block Captain, who's a but in the same realm as Papoose. Then
Yes.
Pap goes off and gets literally the greatest female boxer in the fucking world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all
Yeah.
four of y'all taking jabs at each other. All four of y'all won't let the shit die down. Like, bro, this shit is just a stunt to remain relevant, bro.
And it's crazy now that you mention it. Both people are almost parallels of like okay, Remy is like more of a hardcore type chick, right?
Right,
If you think about it, right? Who
right.
did he? The boxer, right? Hardcore type chick. Easy to block captain. From what I understand, I don't really know him in this era of battle rap. So, but I hear he's really good. Papoose is a rapper who's considered really good, but he wasn't like exalted. It's interesting how the parallel. It's like it's almost like a setup. Now that you think, but I don't know. I don't know if that's that's just us being conspiracy theorists, y'all. It's just
If
like
bro, if you ask me, I think this ain't nothing but to me, and I don't give a fuck who get mad, but to me, this ain't nothing but more of Papoose holding Remy down. And what I mean is this: if let's just say they situation is true,
mhm.
he's still holding her down because just being real, without like, okay, you and Pat were the picture of black love for so long. And that's the reason why your name is ringing bells, is because so many people held you and Papoose up as being a symbol of black love. And I don't care what nobody say, Remy Ma did not like that.
Yep.
That's the only way you can that's the only way you can explain, you know what? I didn't like, you held me down and you did all of this. You took care of our kids, blah, 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 while I was locked up. But you know what? You know how I'm going to repay you? When I get out, I'm going to go fuck with the nigga that looked just like you, just got more fucked up teeth. He looked just like you, and he going to be in the same profession as you. And, bro, I've never seen a more clear cut case of a female being jealous of the dude in the relationship.
Yeah.
And that man
Yeah.
didn't do that man did not do no attention seeking. People, the world was calling him this, that, and the third. The world was saying y'all the picture of black love. Like I never recall. I mean, he could have been saying it behind closed doors, but I never recall hearing Pat Poose refer to him and Remy as the symbol of black love.
Yeah. Me neither. Me neither. You're right. I personally never heard it like
Cause
that at
like,
all.
I
I
mean,
think it,
I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like the way he held her down to me was incredible. And I'll say this. Let's just say he was getting pussy while, she was locked up. At least he
Hmm.
had at least he had sense enough to do this shit on the side, not get
Hmm.
caught. You see what I'm saying? Not have your
Yeah,
business out in the fucking street. You see,
I
like
see what
you
you mean. Yeah.
like you did him with Easy the Block Captain.
Hmm. And
You
from
see what
what
I'm
I
saying?
understand, she was messing with somebody in jail too. So if that
Papoose, bro. Papoose
if
is
she
saying
was,
she
yeah.
was gay.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard. And I'm like, so if that's true, and what you're saying is true, and Papoose, I was like, you both are wrong. So, so why, like, and it's like you said, if that's the case, at least he kept it quiet, you know?
But see, this my thing, bro. This is my personal belief. I believe this, and this is true for every household, in my opinion. If
Hmm.
the first time your partner does some foul shit, right? And you choose to cover it up and don't speak about it.
Hmm.
Honestly, then it's your duty when y'all break up, you have to take that shit to your grave.
Yep,
Like, I'm
yep,
sorry.
I get it.
Like, if you in a relationship with a girl and you just happen to know that she likes to have a feather duster shoved in her ass or something, like,
Hmm.
you can't, when the shit is over, oh yeah, I remember you used to put that feather dust up your ass. Like, no, bro, that's messy. It's corny. Like, and like, I hope my girl would do it, but it's like, I know shit about my girl. You know what I'm saying? That if the relationship goes sour, man, you'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. Like you'll you won't know, and that like I'll have to tell you, okay, we broke up, but you won't know anything
Right.
past that. I don't. I'm not the type of person that goes and spreads people's business like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. That's not like we broke up. Let's move on. You got secrets of mine. I got secrets of yours. There's no reason or anything for me to tell you to tell your secrets or anything like that. I have no. I have nothing to gain off of that. You know.
And then what's crazy, bro?
So.
You can tell, if I had to guess, you can tell that Remy is taking this shit harder
Oh
because
yeah.
I don't care what nobody say, bro. The type of woman is the type of woman that Remy is, like, as far as being tough and thinks she's so hard, barely cry. That type of
Yep.
dude. Trust me. I'm very fluent in that type of woman. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah.
those type of women, what they do is this. They're gonna make it their mission to show you you can't give a fuck, not give a fuck better than me. That's that's all it is, bro. She right now, trust me, them type of women right now, she's on a mission to prove that Papoose, okay, you don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck either. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, right now, bro, I don't care what nobody say. She's on whatever he's on.
Yep. Yep.
And I don't care
I
what
believe it.
nobody say, bro. If Pap was to be like, okay, I've had a change of heart. I want my family back. Blah 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 blah. It probably would take some time. Like, she would have to get her shit off. Like, I wouldn't put it past her to post a text message where he tried to get her back. See, y'all, I told y'all he want me back. It's him. Blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
And then
Yep.
it'll take some time, but as soon as Easy does some fuck shit, she'll be back to Pap.
Oh yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
See, right
I
now,
definitely believe that.
honestly, right now, she probably thought. See, what it is she doesn't have much respect for Pap, so she probably thought that he was gonna be some old sit in the room and cry ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, never to have got his lick back, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
he done went off and found happiness, and she don't like it. That's my take on it.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with you. I
That
agree
man
with you.
coming up with that man coming up with on the spot freestyles about Clarissa. That's love.
Yep. Yep.
You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
And then I mean,
You're right.
I don't know, bro. It was just like she honestly, to me, if okay, if I believe Remy, I would not even say nothing. I would just let him live his life.
Uh-huh.
I swear. Like, because if let you tell it, you been sick of this nigga. You been through with him. So when some shit pop off, just let him walk away.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
you don't have to rub his face in the dirt. You see what I'm saying? Like, but see, that's what happens when people do shit that they feel guilty about. They won't just let you go. You know, y'all can't mutually go your separate ways. It has to be conflict or beef so that they can sleep at night.
Yeah. I've never understood that. I've never understood that. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
been through that to where it's like the other person has to have an issue with you. Like you could
Mm-hmm.
be trying to be the most cordial person, the nicest person. Like, look, I don't want no issues with you. I know we didn't work out, but we don't
Dude,
have to show hate, but
dude,
it doesn't run like that.
I remember my cousin was telling me, he said that he was like, it seemed like his BM just wanted to argue, right? So he said, my cousin said, he said that the girl, his baby mama went through the phone. He's caught red handed. You see what I'm saying? He don't got no excuse for it. He's caught, right? So he said, he told her, he was like, look, I ain't got no excuse. Like, I've been dealing with somebody else. It is what it is. Basically telling her, if you want me out, I'll leave. Blah 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 blah. Right?
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
said he was hit with a onslaught of 30 questions. You know what I'm saying? About who the chick
Hmm.
is, how long y'all been, blah 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 blah. So he said he kept on trying to say, "Look, I'm caught. It is what it is. Let's just," you know what I'm saying? The girl kept trying to argue with him, and I'm like, I swear to God, this situation with Ram and Pep reminds me of that.
Yep. Yep. And she keeps wanting to go and go and go. Yeah, I
Yep.
get it. I get it. And he's trying to say, look, I've moved on. Like, and obviously he's had some time to sleep around it and everything too, and he's moved on. Obviously he's moved on. Publicly he's moved on. But you're mad that he has moved on. It's like you got to get the last laugh, or
Mm-hmm.
you still have some. Not only do you still have some feelings for him, and of course you were married, you got a kid together, you're gonna have feelings. But you want the last laugh. You don't. I always say like a lot of women. I'm not gonna say every single woman, but a lot of women don't want to be the bad guy. They refuse
Yep.
to play the villain. They don't want to be
Yep.
the villain in the situation. You
Bro,
know.
you know what's crazy? Bro, you know what's
Hmm.
crazy? I've had a chick admit, not to me about me, but she's admitted like about her own situation, that she said she
Hmm.
stayed about 2 to 3 extra years longer than she should have because she didn't want to be the bad guy. And she said her and her
Yep.
dude was basically wanting to say, look, this shit ain't working. But nobody had the nuts to. And basically, eventually she was cheated on. You see what I'm saying? And
Yep.
then that
Yep.
and then she used that reason to get the fuck away from him. And so basically we like, you stayed for 2 to 3 extra years. So basically just waiting on him to give you a reason. Like, why not try to find a reason to be happy?
Right.
Like, why
That's
are
wild.
you just waiting for some shit to happen? Like, that shit crazy.
Exactly. It's like you don't want it on your resume, and it's like even if it's mentally on your resume, you can't have it there. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna wait for an opening. I'm gonna wait for an
Yep.
opening. And so basically, it's like you're not giving them nothing. You're not like the relationship isn't going as such. And obviously, a man's a man. Like he gonna get tired of it. So eventually, he's gonna go look for something else. And if he's the type of man that'll stay there, he's gonna go. He'll cheat. You know,
Yep. Yep.
you got to deal with that. But there's your opening. But then a lot of when you get the opening, there's a lot of women, not saying all, but a lot of women, it's like when you get the opening, they act like Remy, and like you still you're not satisfied. You know, you're not satisfied even when you do get the opening because you have to throw it in the dirt. You have to make sure that you reign over all, and that's it. And there's some men that can be like that too. I'm not going to just say it's just women. There's some men who can be like that.
For sure.
You got to have the last word, and it's like, nah, man, just leave. Be cool, live your life. You should, as human beings, we should want better as human beings for each other. Like we should just want better. But even if you don't even have to wish anything good, bad, or whatever. Just go. You know, just
I
go
do.
away.
But I will say this, that
Uh-huh.
when people say if this person is treating you that bad, why not just leave? When people say that, it does grind my gears, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because if I'm being honest, I've been in a very toxic situation before, and it's like it's so easy for people to say, just leave. But it's like I'm gonna tell you why people stay. Because for me, honestly, when I love, I do it genuinely. You see what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
female
Yep.
that the female that had me in that toxic situation, it was like I could tell, even though she would say mean shit, even though sometimes she would do fucked up shit, it was like I could tell she still needed me. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I'm the
Yeah.
type of person that I do things because I want to do them. You see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And then it was like when
Yeah.
I got to the point with this particular individual, and I was like, you know what? Like, cause the way she was talking to me, it was like, I got this and I had that, and I mean, it was like you was talking to me like, okay, there's no more value for you in my space, and I'm the type of person. I'm the type of person when I see that there's no more value for me
Hmm.
in your life. I don't give a fuck if I'm your son. I don't give a fuck if I am your best friend, your favorite coworker. If I feel like my time in a space is not valued, I get the fuck away.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. That's something I'll admit that I even had to learn through the years. You know, is
Uh-huh.
because I'm I'm such a like, man, I really want to help this person or I really want to be there for this person. But sometimes you have to learn that if you are not valued
Uh-huh.
or if people like go, it's almost like they say go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated.
Bro,
You
and
know?
that's one of my favorite lines, not to get off topic, but it's like that line is like I understand it because it's like if I'm being real, I've been in both situations. I've been in a situation where I'm tolerated. And I've also been in a situation, I've been in situations like I'm in one now where when people see me, they see me coming, oh, there's Coach Key, or there's I ain't giving out my real name, but you see what I'm saying? Like I know the difference. And until you know the difference, it's like you, you shouldn't say that line because it's like it's so difficult to just you see what I'm saying? The person that you put so much into, the person
Yep.
who you see what I'm saying? It's just like and then it's like if you're truly for that person, you want that person to win. You see what I'm saying? I tell my girl all the time, man, like the reason why, bro, I ain't never been a hater on her. Like anything she's wanted to do, I encourage it. She wanna go to school. She wanna you know what I'm saying? She wanna be a fucking rapper. Back in the early days, she used to be a rapper, but whatever. But now, man, like I'm always because my this is my goal. I want my girl who I have all three of my children by.
Uh-huh.
If something happens to me,
Yeah.
she has to be able to maintain the house, the family. You see what I'm saying? And then it's
Most
like,
definitely.
I don't know, man. That's why it's like I've always wished the best for her. You see what I'm saying? That's why, like, sitting in a relationship, like, that's one of my deal breakers. If I can tell that you're jealous of my social status, I can't fuck. Like,
Yeah,
because that's
I get that.
that's that's all this boils down to. It's like Remy was sick of, like she said in her little rant. She said she was sick of protecting a nigga. You see what I'm saying? Which
Hmm.
is crazy. It's like you not protecting nobody. All you like it depends on your vision, Remy. Like, yeah, you had to pay the rent from jail. But Remy, did Papoose make y'all's child by himself? No. But because of decisions you made on that night that got you in fucking jail for however long you was in there, I think you said 6 years, he had to take care of that baby by himself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then it's killing me. People championing her and acting like no, she's not. She feels guilty because she knows the relationship being over is her fault. She's lashing out. And then, honestly, easy. Why are you allowing your woman to spend this much time talking about her ex? Like, fuck that
Yep.
nigga. Let's go vacation.
Right.
You see what
Right.
I'm saying? If I'm easy, I'm saying, Remy, fuck that nigga. Let's go, blah, 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 blah. If I'm Clarissa Shields, okay, baby, it's gotten to a point, you gonna have to quit going back and forth. Let's move on with us by now.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because the way Clarissa Shields and Easy just sitting back, bro, they gonna be jabbing at each other for the next year.
Yep. Yep.
And it already done got physical. Like they said, Pep already done knocked Easy out.
I heard that.
And then
I definitely.
like Remy, don't do that with Clarissa because Remy, she will knock your ass out. Like these, like Remy, let's quit playing, bro. These ain't these same little hood rat hoes you used to squabble with. You know what I'm saying? Little 10-second fight, everybody break it up, and you got a couple punches, so everybody say you no. In
Yeah,
that
this is a
ring,
trained fighter.
in that ring is you and her 1-on-1. You gonna come in wild, swinging with the windmill like these hood rats do, and she gonna dip up under it, undercut, bop, right in the chin, slip to the side, bop, right to the side of the head, boop, 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 stomach. Now you see what I'm saying? Like, and then the fight is over, and she done whooped your ass in front of everybody.
She probably gonna end up giving that girl a concussion
That's why it's like,
or
bro,
brain damage. To be honest with you.
I really feel like the only person that's in Remy's ear is Easy the block captain.
Hmm.
And I don't
Yep.
care, like, bro, he sees what Remy and Pap going back and forth. He's seeing what it's doing to his battles. He's seeing all the attention he's getting. You see what I'm saying? Like, cut it out.
Hmm. Oh
Honestly,
yeah.
same
Yeah.
same with Clarissa.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. Like the drama. Like it's like those Rem and Pat's drama is getting them paid. You know.
Yep, yep. And that's what
So
they
all they got to
all.
do is sit back.
That's why they keeping the shit going. I don't care what nobody say.
Yep. Exactly. 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 I don't disagree with you, bro.
Cause I'm
Like
sorry,
that.
bro.
That could
Y'all got
definitely be the
kids
case.
involved, man. Y'all
Yeah.
got apparently Pap got grown kids, Remy got grown kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
shit is going too far at this point.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. And the minute she decided to bring his kids into the whole like
Yeah.
debacle, yeah. So I don't feel bad for her really. So
The
she got
kids
to
getting
deal with whatever she.
involved.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. trying to get his own kids to go against him and everything. I'm like, nah, you can't. So it's a messy situation. Messy situation. It's sad.
It is, but I ain't got nothing else, bro. I told y'all my
Yeah, I ain't
tooth
got nothing
starting to
else,
hurt.
bro. I feel you, bro, man. Get you some rest, man. We'll see everybody. I think we may have a guest on the
Hey,
next
bro.
episode, y'all. So y'all be looking out. Uh-huh.
Hey, you have to clip
Yeah.
up. You have to clip up your rant about um Kendrick, and then
Yes.
clip up my gem I dropped when I
Which
said
one?
when I said damn, I forgot what I said. I forgot what I said, but it was basically about, you know, like she just, bro, long story short, I'm gonna say this and I'm done with that situation. Bro,
Uh-huh.
Remy just wants, she just honestly, I think now she's in, okay, so I see you ain't, you, it's like she see, okay, so damn, you really over me, so okay, well, let's play games.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like you basically at the point in your relationship where you trying to show him, you say you don't miss me, but yes you do.
Yep. Yep. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, that's what she's thinking right now, you know? So
Right.
I definitely understand what you're saying, bro.
But I, bro, I'm like I said, I'm done. If you done, fuck Miss Faye forever.
Fuck Miss Faith forever, bro. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else for real.
All right, till next time, Marquis Gang.
All right, y'all.
Yep.